What's up, YouTube? Today we're in the garage. We're going to be working on the 240 again. Today we are going to put a little bit more of the interior together and figure out what's up with the front end, because I do want to run these wheels up front. So we're going to go ahead and maybe roll the fronts a little bit, put a little bit of the interior together, because I want a full interior car. Might do a little bit more, might go drive it. Not too sure what I'm doing today. But I did want to get some content out for you guys. But let's get to it.
We touch, we break, make it seem like we feel the same. We love what we hate. We lie, but we know we can't water what doesn't grow. Give up, let it go. But we fell apart just in time. You say at least it was worth the try. At least it was worth the try. At least it was worth the try. I drive from your place, miss your lips, but I hate the taste. No fun in this game. I will call all your bluff, 'cause using bodies isn't good enough. Slow down, this ain't love. Well, we fell apart just in time. Ooh, you say at least it was worth the try. At least it was worth the try.
So the biggest reason why I wanted to do something about the front is you can see that I was revving pretty good. They were already rolled by the previous owner, but not enough to fit
We keep
this
playing games, can't go
aggressive
separate ways.
of a tire,
Break up all
even
the
though it's not that aggressive. So, I mean, it's just stock body.
We keep playing
But we're gonna do
games,
something about it now. Hopefully I can
separate ways.
do something where I can utilize these little tires, so I don't have to go get one of those non-before.
Well, we fell apart just in
But
time.
the reason why I have it up so high is because I want to do a nut and
You
bolt
said
check,
at least it
because
was
I never did that after my
worth
first
the
drive,
try.
and see where we can go from there.
At least it was worth the try. At least it was worth the try.
All right, so what we're doing now is we're going to roll the fenders just a little bit. As you can see up here in that sharp spot right there, that's where my tire was rubbing most. But what we need to do is roll it just a little bit. We're gonna roll the fender just a little bit, If I get that totally flat, I don't want to pull it. If I get that totally flat, then what I'll do is I'll just put camber in there if it's still rough. If possible, I don't want any camber, but if I have to, it'll be like 1, 2, maybe 3 degrees. We're gonna try to roll that fender just a little bit better so we can fit this bigger tire, because I like to fit like a 235, 245, so. All right, so the driver's side is done. I think I did a pretty decent job of pushing that fender as close as I can to each other. Over there doesn't necessarily matter, but all where it is going to rub does look good. So if this doesn't rub, I might go lower. If it does rub, I might pull camber and go lower because I want the front a little bit lower. So let's go ahead and fast forward to the other side and get that taken care of. This one's taking a little bit longer on the passenger side. It looks ugly down there, but that's because this guy right here is snapped off. This guy right here had the bolt broken inside the receiving end, so I had to drill that out and put a new fastener on there. I'm gonna have to do something about that stuff right there. Obviously the shiny no paint means that it was rubbing at some point. So what I'll do is I'll heat that up, try to bang it back a little bit. So this side did not go as well as planned. So it turns out that little kink right here is actually a crack. And it just split as soon as I was trying to fold that quarter in. But it looks like it already previously cracked right there. And that looks like it's a spot weld, because it would not fold in at all with as much heat as I could without obviously bubbling the paint, even though it's not that great anyways. But every time I would try to roll it, it would just crack and crack even more. I'm gonna leave it. That spot wasn't rubbing a lot to begin with, so I mean, leaving it where it is shouldn't be that big of a deal, but I'm gonna have to find a new fender. So if you have a Zenki fender, any color, let me know, because I do want to paint this thing. And so I am going to lower the car. I already did the other side, but I'm not going to lower it too much. Should be about 3/4, maybe 1/2 inch. What I'm going to do is lower it. It'll probably give it a little bit of static camber. It was a little too high up front, so that's why we're dropping it. But so I got done lowering the car and rolling it a little bit. This side is not being forgiving at all because of that crack. Every time you pull the far side, the front side caves in, just how metal works, and every time you pull the front side, the back side caves in. I tried to use heat, I tried to massage it out. As soon as I used heat, I don't know who painted this, but man, they did a poopy job, because didn't even have it on very long enough to boil it. Wasn't boiled at all, and the paint started chipping. So this needs to get painted ASAP, but because it's a black car and I don't really care, I put electrical tape right there just to try to seal the crack up. But this side sits pretty good. Touches a little bit, but I'm sure that it'll settle, it'll rub a little bit, and I'll be fine. But I will be driving this thing to the gym today. After that, I may put the seats in later. I wanted to get something done today because I haven't done any car stuff in a while. But the nut and bolt check was definitely important. Nothing was really loose. The camber, I don't know how it got pulled. It could have been the strut tops, because there are 4 adjustment screws that can pull it like a degree or 2. Probably just that. But got everything tightened up, readjusted some camber to fit it a little bit better. I may just have to go to a smaller size tire if it continues rubbing, but we'll see. I'm gonna drive it here in a little bit. So, if you like this video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I'm looking at getting a camera. I'm looking at getting some editing software. iMovie is But yeah, definitely shoot some feedback. I like the feedback. I listen to it, and any feedback is good feedback. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Thanks. Hey, you better take that out of your mouth. Nope. Don't.